Well, hello there, guys. Agrippa Maxenius here, coming at you with a battle in Ultimate General Gettysburg. It's been a while since I played this game, and I can't wait to jump back in. So I am, of course, playing with the Union. I'm actually playing against our good friend, TankofDoom, and we're going to see how we do here. So one thing I'm going to try, and actually I should be a little more careful because in reality, getting to that victory point location is important, but it's going to cost us probably a good deal of men. Nonetheless, I'm going to do everything I can to move in there quickly. I'll also move my artillery up, Caliph, and the rest of these guys to make sure that we get the enemy. So actually, Tank has gotten there first. He's definitely at the point there at Spangler Spring. And we're going to try to go ahead and cut him off another way, a little different way. As you can see, he's coming over here with F. Lee's 3rd Virginia. And we're going to do everything we can to keep him back. And I do believe these are skirmish troops, if I'm not mistaken. And hopefully our overwhelming infantry power can do a lot of damage with them. I'm going to bring Farnsworth over here to deal some damage too. And I don't usually like using cavalry in this game, but in this particular instance, I think it's more than useful. We might even try a charge. But as you can see over here, F. Lee's cavalry battalion is doing a lot of damage to Greg. And I'm not crazy about that one bit. Now, the Iron Brigade, our boys with the black hats, are really tough. And these guys can get a job done for sure. So I'm going to start moving Stevens up. So far, I've got my men where I want them. But I don't like the fact that he's got guys coming over here on our right flank. He's really trying to close ranks here. And I can't blame him. Let's get I-Corps up here. This is our main general. Main general, of course. Now, we chose kind of a smaller battle at first. This is not one of the main battles, but as you can see, we've got the 3rd Virginia pulling back. That's definitely a plus. We're still dealing with this cavalry battalion, though, and I'm going to charge it. I'm not sure of the benefits of charging a cavalry battalion, but essentially anything to take him off this hill is a plus. So let's go ahead. We'll get Paul to start opening up on his cannons. And in fact, this is a really good idea to have his cannons right there. I'm going to try to get Caliph over here to fire on him as well with some canister shot on Kemper. And that would certainly assist. All right, there we go. Beautiful. So we've gotten the cavalry battalion to move back. And now I'm going to go ahead and actually focus my fire on Garnett. If we can get rid of Garnett, I'm going to feel really happy. We'll switch to canister shot with Stevens. Switch to canister shot with Stewart. And if we can blast away at his infantry here, we're going to be in a much better position. There we go. He's bringing in some reinforcements. I don't like that one bit. I'm almost tempted to charge with Paul, but I know a little better than to charge with Union soldiers. It's not always a great idea. It's not a terrible idea, but it's better to be safe than sorry. All right, here we go. Some canister shot for him. Kemper is definitely going for a nasty attack here. I'm hoping that Paul can hold him back as well as the cavalry we're using here. And as you can see, Kemper is getting hit hard. But he still holds that center, and that's what matters. That's what we need to be careful of. So I'm actually going to move Cutler this way and try to flank him a little bit. I'll move the skirmishers up as well. I might very well end this in a massive charge, to be quite honest. Despite the fact that the Confederates almost certainly have the benefit of the charge, it might not be such a bad idea. Alright, Kemper's losing a lot of men. He's trying to get into Paul. He is messing with my line, though, and that's a problem. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and charge with Bucktail Brigade. I'm also going to charge with Iron Brigade. And hopefully this is enough to cause some serious confusion amongst the enemy. Here we go, guys. Hitting Garnett with everything we have. We're also going to move Cutler in here and do the same thing. We're basically attacking the Confederates from every single direction. I'm even going to move Stewart up, and I'm going to move my cavalry up as well. Even the skirmishers are going to get a piece of the action here. Wait a minute, Cutler. I didn't want you to go that way, but it's a bit too late to pull you back now. Very well. We'll keep him there. As for Stevens, why does he make me think of Cat Stevens? We'll keep him here, and we'll bring our cavalry in, to deal with this situation. Now, we've got Jenkins' detached vedettes up here. I don't like them, so I'm going to do everything I can to go ahead and try to fight them off. But right now, our men are definitely in close combat with the enemy. It's a grueling fight, and all I want is a simple little charge, but we're just not able to do that right now. There we go. We do have F. Lee on the run, but again, F. Lee is not one of their main brigades, so I'm not exactly that happy, and Cutler has been totally broken. So that's a huge negative for us. All right, we're going to turn over here. I'm going to switch to shell shot. And actually, we'll have the skirmishers fire on this guy as well. For Cooper, I'm going to switch to canister shot and try to hit the cavalry battalion. I'm amazed that Kemper is still alive. That's what really is incredible. Okay, it looks like our guys are getting into a little bit of a more realistic setup right now. Now, he's got that point up there with the detached vedettes, but I'm going to try to get Farnsworth behind him here and see if Farnsworth can do some damage to Kemper. But it looks like Farnsworth is in just as much disarray as the rest of the army. Armistead. At least we got rid of the cavalry brigade. It makes me feel a little better, but still not doing great. Let's move over here. Stevens. And Skirmisher, I want you to fire at that position. I also want to get Cooper up here. He's not doing as much good back here as I expected him to. But that's amazing. Kemper is still fighting, and actually the Iron Brigade is still fighting with Garnett and the rest of these Confederates. So this is one hell of a fight. Yes! Give them some of the canister shot. I want to fire some canister shot right into Kemper here. Without hitting Paul. Alright, Iron's doing okay. Bucktail's in some trouble for sure. I think it's time to go ahead and charge. Once again. They just hit us. We should hit them back. Get the skirmishers up, and we're going to send Greg in as well if he's willing to fight. Alright, we'll hit Sems, obviously, with our wonderful skirmishers. They've been doing a great job here, actually, at hurting Sems. The problem is Kemper is still fighting. Gotta give him. And the Iron Brigade is still fighting as well. So we both have very irritating brigades that are willing to fight to the last man. Really the best of the best, the elites of each of our armies. But I don't like that Kemper's getting closer and closer to a Wolf's Hill, a place we don't want him to get anywhere near, actually, in this case. Alright, we're going to give Cutler a chance to just kind of recuperate a bit. And the rest of these guys can hold back for now. I'm thinking we can try to weaken the enemy with some canister shot, a little bit of shell shot, etc. And just basically make them want to pull back. So that's what I'm going to try. Farnsworth! Open fire! Cutler, open fire as well. Sounding like a 1950s gentleman. Now, that doesn't make much sense. I'm amazed the Iron Brigade is still fighting, but of course the Iron Brigade are the toughest of the tough of the Union Army. So it makes sense that they are continuing the fight, but we've got to get somebody to them. We've got to assist them in this fight, or it's not going to be much of a fight any longer. Thankfully, Kemper's men are dwindling quickly. That certainly makes me happy, but those vedettes are also coming. Let's hit the vedettes. Okay, Kemper pulling back. We're going to move Cutler up. We're going to move Greg up as well. And I'm going to focus fire on these guys in the center. You might think I want to shoot at Armistead, and as much as I'm terrified of Armistead, I think really the most important thing is to weaken these guys right in front of us. Here we go, hit him. Kemper is going to be he's going to have to run eventually. Right now his men are under severe fire. There we go. All right, let's move Cutler up. And what Tank here is trying to do, he's trying to get in with Jenkins' detachment of vedettes. That's a sneaky, sneaky Australian, I tell you what. But we're going to allow him to get through for now. We're going to go ahead and pull some of these guys back, and we can waste these vedettes pretty quickly. They're certainly a pain for our skirmishers, but as you can see, that's not going to be much of a fight. Now let's move Caliph over here, and as you can see, this is not good because it takes our attention off who we should be shooting at, which is that huge grouping of infantry. Come on, boys. Let's get Greg over here behind Armistead. And Cooper, of course, is firing a canister shot right into Armistead. Move this guy over here. So far, I like the positioning of our men, but I do wish Bucktail Brigade would stop running, I won't lie to you. I'm going to bring the skirmishers over here to really help us break through. Don't forget, Iron Brigade is still capable of fighting. know why he's refusing to attack, but let's fall back with Iron Brigade because he's doing something, and doesn't involve any shooting. In fact, Iron Brigade is totally stuck, so that's weird. I'm going to have him chase Kemper here. Alright, let's open fire on Armistead here. With the skirmishers, everybody hit Armistead. There we go. Finally, Iron Brigade decided to work. I don't know what that was about. It's a bit annoying. Alright, Armistead's going to try to break our forces here. And I'm hoping Bucktail can also get a few shots. And come on, boys. I wish we could charge, but obviously our morale is shot. Iron Brigade is at least firing. That's a good start. Let's get Cutler to fire. We've got the skirmishers and Caliph. We've got to get Caliph to shoot right now. Fortunately, this building might be blocking his path. Might be one main issue. And as you can see, Armistead is breaking through. His charge is definitely working right now. Okay, still got Iron Brigade here firing at Kemper, but not necessarily the greatest idea in the world. And we're going to bring our I-Corps up here. And now he's sending in SEMs. The man is doing a great job. Never, ever underestimate the power of Tank of Doom. He is awesome at just about every strategy game I've faced him in. Alright, so I'm going to switch to Shell Shot and try to hit SEMs. But he's doing a number on our artillery, and that's not helping. Let's bring Greg and Farnsworth up here. I don't really believe in the power of cavalry, but you never know. Maybe I'm going to change my mind after this. Come on, boys. I-Corps. Don't forget, we still have units over here, and we're going to have to push on one of these enemy positions, one way or the other. Let's go ahead. We're going to hit Armistead. Hit Armistead. We could have Bucktail Brigade deal with F. Lee, but he's not really that important. I think at the very least we'll give him a nice little volley to remind him not to come close to us. We're going to move in with the rest of this cavalry. Alright, Cutler. It's your turn to shine, boy. Gotta get these rebels back. Right, hit SEMs again. And now I'll bring Bucktail up to fire on SEMs as well. Now look at this. Armistead is in a bit of a pocket. It's an interesting little situation here. But I really want to get rid of Kemper. So if we can get Kemper out of here, I feel like we may be able to deal with Armistead on our own. Hold, Iron Brigade, hold. You're the Iron Brigade for a reason. There we go. Get a nice shot, Stuart. Yes, that's what we're looking for, guys. Look at that. That canister shot is devastating. And now Armistead's actually dealing with just one of our artillery units, which is more annoying than anything else. I'm going to go ahead and turn the Iron Brigade this way, and hopefully Paul will get his act together and join the battle again pretty soon, because we do need him. Alright, I'm going to charge with the Iron Brigade. I've had enough of this. Armistead and his madness. We're going to charge, actually we can't charge with Cutler, but we can hit Armistead with the full might of the Iron Brigade. And despite the fact that we are undermanned here, I think we actually have a good chance of doing a tremendous amount of casualties, possibly even winning. We're going to bring the skirmishers to keep firing on Kemper. And Cutler needs to keep firing on Kemper. There we go. Look at that. The Iron Brigade and Armistead are both losing men. Definitely looks like the Iron Brigade is losing more men than Armistead at the moment right now. I'm going to keep up the fire on SEMs, of course, with Stuart. We must try to hold the position, boys. I'm going to bring Paul back up to the top of the hill. Really, if we can hold that hill, we can at least hold this position, but we can't win the battle unless we take this central point. And that's where I think Tank may have us here. Alright, Armistead coming in full force now. And the Iron Brigade's still hanging out. I don't know what they're doing, but we'll go ahead and have them hold. Stewart firing to Armistead here. Cutler. Firing downhill is effective, but not effective when you've got a force that big coming at you. Alright, Paul, hit Armistead. At this point, I don't care if you fire into our own men. We've got to keep shooting at Armistead here. He is, without a doubt, going to be the best general of the actual match. Boom. Okay, that's it. Man, Armistead with the victory. Yeah, that's got to be GG for sure. As you can see there, he absolutely broke through with a final Confederate charge. That was great. So he absolutely used the Confederate charge to its best ability. The Confederates are extremely good at the charge. My biggest mistake was probably charging in the beginning there. I probably should have held the hill, and we could have held it against the enemy, honestly. Our biggest mistake was, like I said, not being able to hold, not being able to hold after the charge. Shouldn't have charged. But there we go, guys. A little lesson learned. It's been a long time, by the way, guys, that I have played Ultimate General Gettysburg, so if you guys want to see some more action, let me know. I'm actually planning to do a mission or a versus battle with the Great Darth, the creator of the game, also known from Total War lore, and hopefully that's going to be fun. So if you guys want to see some more Ultimate General Gettysburg, make sure to, bless this video with likes, bless this video with shares, etc. That's what really, really helps here in terms of getting this channel, first of all, known to more people, and secondly, getting this video series out and letting me know that you guys want to see more of this as much as possible. So there we go. We'll do a little trip across the battlefield. In fact, we'll still send in our cavalry just for fun. We'll send in Bucktail Brigade for fun over here in the south to hit Sems. Greg can't get a single shot off. There we go, one guy down. But yes, very nice little battle here. And I'm actually not going to push on the HQ. I'm going to go ahead and just pull back so that he can take the victory here. I think it's pretty unlikely that we could come back from this. Armistead is definitely the best general of this match right here. The battle is still delayed. It shouldn't be. But we're going to go ahead and bring this guy back. Bring these guys back. And we'll go ahead and accept the defeat. I see why. Iron Brigade, no matter what, even when he's losing, Iron Brigade, the Black Cats still continue to attack. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to just continue the battle at this point. I'll let Tank get his glory here, and I really am just going to send all my troops off the battlefield, basically. This is one way to end the battle as quickly as possible. Alright, a few more. Go back to your farms, men. We'll need you later. Why am I talking in a southern accent? We're not fighting for the South. I'm amazed Armistead withstood all that. I mean, we hit him so much. So many canister shot rounds. So many concentrated attacks. But that's about it. Alright, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that fun little battle. This was one of the much smaller battles of the actual game. So if you guys want to see bigger battles, let me know. There we go. Tank, of course, winning that, and a great little victory there. Had a really fun time, and I hope you guys want to see some more Ultimate General Gettysburg in the future. If you guys have any ideas for specific moments of the battle that you find interesting and you'd like to watch, let us know, and we'll try to recreate them. Thank you guys, take care, and have an awesome, awesome day.